welcome back to another episode of The Real 2 Cents. I'm your host, Lady J. You didn't ask us for it, but we give it to you anyway. Today's topic is I Made It, Part 1. So yes, there are 2 parts to this topic. I have an awesome guest coming in today. Y'all will not believe it, okay? He is, I'll just say everything for now. I'll save the introduction for a little later. So, of course, you all know how we do. We're going to have some fun, be entertained, and discuss real topics with real people. But before we get into that, I would like to highlight a couple things. So, y'all see me today. Stylist Leo Rochelle got me right today from head to toe. Shout out to Char the Star, who did the beautiful face, the makeup. And Identities, lovely shirts, and shoes galore by Miss Monica Brown. Awesome black-owned businesses. So I'll be sporting black-owned businesses all month long for February. I would say this is a little bit out of my element for this particular setting, but hey, Miss Stylist Leo Rochelle, she knows exactly what she's doing, so I'm gonna rock with it. But before we get into today's topic, we're gonna go and see what our motivational nugget is for the day. So today's motivational nugget, I'm gonna give you all a little bit of reality of Lady J's world. So when I was growing up, I was actually molested as a child, and I went through some more sexual abuse throughout my years, my childhood years into my teenage years. And there was a time when I tried to take my life several times because I thought that I wasn't worth anything. I thought that I wasn't worth being kept or loved or anything of that sort, not just because of what had been done to me, but because of what had been poured into me verbally, and because I lacked support. And I thought that life wasn't worth living, but I made it out of that. And now here I am talking to some amazing people, getting their stories, and allowing them to come on this platform and share with you all how they made it. So no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what your what background you come from, just know that it's not the end. It's only temporary. Trouble doesn't last always. I know that's a cliche, but it's reality. It's really not as bad as you think it is. So stay the course. Make sure that you take advantage of every opportunity and that you take life lessons from everything that you encounter, and know that as long as you do that, then you too can make it. And that is today's motivational nugget for the day. So today's guest is none other than Mr. Carlos Henson. So I met this young man about a year ago. No, it was a little over a year ago, actually. A little over a year ago. He is very funny, of course, very funny. But he is not like the rest of us, in a sense. So physically, he is blind, but he can see better than most of us that have sight. He is real raw, and he has an amazing story. And I'm going to allow him to come on and tell you all a little bit about himself, what he does, and how he uses his story to inspire others. And hopefully we'll laugh a little bit too. I'm sure of it. So let's welcome none other than Mr. Carlos Henson to the set. So welcome, Carlos, to The Real 2 Cents.
What's happening?
Long time no see.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, but I know you've been, getting yourself together, kind of revamping some things.
Yeah.
All right, so today's topic is I made it.
Yeah.
So with that phrase, what does that mean to you?
I made it through a time that I wasn't supposed to make it through.
All right. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel that way. So before we really get into the topic, tell the people a little about yourself.
Well, of course, y'all know I just got to throw it out there. I'm from the South. I'm down south, boy. I'm a country boy. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. Born and raised out there. Moved here to Indiana, like she said, about a little bit over a year and a half ago when I met Lady J. I'm a motivational speaker and a comedian because to me they go hand in hand. You got seriousness about being legally blind and how to motivate and inspire somebody, but you also got the funny behind it. The running into the walls and going on dates and thinking that you got $5 and $20 and you really got $5. Really. So. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got going right now. A little bit about me.
Okay, so one thing that I've always pointed out about Carlos is how is it that he can't see, but he is dressed better than most men that can listen from his right, right into the T. You got a lot of fashion sense, huh?
Yeah. They say you lose one, you pick up another one, and one of them happens to be fashion.
I know that's right.
I got a sixth sense.
So let's talk a little bit about your story. What is it that you feel that you made out of that you shouldn't have?
I actually is one you don't even know about. You knew about the first one that I told you about a year ago, but since then. Another one didn't happen. July 23rd of 2017, I got shot 2 times in my leg.
Oh, yeah, you told me that. We talked on the phone.
Yeah, so, but the whole situation behind that, it's a story, but I'm going to make it short. Basically, the dude let off 11, he emptied the clip. He let off 11 shots, and we were standing, me and 4 of my homeboys, we were standing directly beside, like as close to me and you are to each other. You the gas pump and I'm me. That's how close it was when he let 11 shots go. And that pump never got hit. Everybody only got hit in the leg.
Say that one number guy, because he could have blew everybody up.
Man. And it's no way that the pump, like logically, the pump should have got hit. Everything around the pump got hit. The car on the right side of the pump, the car on the left side of the pump, us in between the car and the pump, we got hit. Everything but the pump got hit. All it took was one bullet to get that pump. All of us took at least 2 to the leg. So, that's.
So before you tell me how you, because y'all see he's sitting in this chair. He's not in a wheelchair. So clearly he's walking and shouldn't be according to science.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about how you became blind and what that was like for you as you were going blind.
It started when I was 14. Just natural causes. My eyes being real nearsighted, it caused a lot of strain on my retina and on my eyes in general. And when I was 14, from the strain on my eyes from being nearsighted, it made my retina tear. And basically from that, it started, from the year 2001 to 2006, I had over 12 surgeries alone on both eyes. Stopped counting like after 12. I don't think it made like 20, but I think it was like between 12 and like 14, I'd say. 12 and like 15. Surgeries on each eye, retinal detachments kept happening. Sometimes I done had like 3 surgeries within a month because when they'll try to reattach it and they'll try to get things together, but it'll detach in the process of when it's supposed to be healing. And so they had to go back and try something else, go back and try something else, go back and try something else. Then glaucoma developed in the midst of that, and glaucoma is nothing but eye pressure in your eye, and it went up to like my eye pressure was like 45 and 50 and stuff like that. When your normal pressure is supposed to be like 10 or 12, and so they had to go in surgery to get that down. And, but yeah, so that's how I started. But when I was young, I really wasn't even. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me until I got older. Like, it didn't stop nothing when I was younger.
So tell me, what was life like for you? What were some of the symptoms or the side effects of going blind? Like, did you go into depression? Did you, did you become angry? What were some side effects of that? I ended up being diagnosed with major depression after high school. So after I was like 18,
I started developing depression. But all through high school and junior high, I never got picked on, never none of that. So it's like I still was able to do everything everybody else done. And so, and then too, at the same time, my vision gradually left. It didn't all leave at one time. Or even like now, you know, I can see shadows and figures. It's not completely gone yet. And yeah, they started developing, you know, major depression, and that's when I picked up the bottle. Well, I didn't pick it up right at 18. I started drinking, I think, like 20, 21. And cause I didn't realize I was depressed until then. One day, I was living with my mama. One day she came home and she was just like, "You're always sitting in the dark." Like she'd come on like the lights off. And I really never paid attention to the lights being off and the TV was on. And I would be looking at the TV, but I was never paying attention to the TV. Like my mama literally made me realize I was depressed. I really didn't know that. I just like, man, I'm just chill. I'm just in my head. I was like, that's not normal. And so then I started paying attention to more of my, you know, things I was doing. I was like, man, now I do this and I do that. And like, man, I used to didn't do that. And then I just started drinking, and a little bit after that, years on down, started popping pain pills and started selling drugs and all types of crazy stuff. Just trying to find a way, trying to find an outlet.
So there is someone that is a part of your life that you have been responsible for a while, and they have been an inspiration to help you keep going. And who is that?
My daughter, Kelly Henson. She's 9 years old. I've been raising her since she was born. Since day one, I've been a part. We've been a part of each other's lives. I say that because we have a bond. It's not just my daughter. We have a relationship. You know, we have. I don't like to say, you know, daddy and daughter and stuff like that, because it's a bond. A bond is something that can't be broken. A bond is something where you can sit down and y'all can talk real as well as be their, you know, I don't even say like be their friend, but just be real with them, you know, just in general around the whole aspect of things. But yeah, that's my baby there. That's my baby.
Yeah, she is a doll. She's sweet. So out of the drugs and alcohol and going blind and being shot and things of that sort, tell me what has been the one thing that has kept you leveled and focused and has caused you now to want to share your story to motivate other people?
Initially, it was my daughter. It was just trying to provide and make sure everything was together for her, because like I said, I was raising her. And initially it was her until I started a relationship with God. And when I, you know, found God and started a real relationship with Him, then He became the inspiration and why I can't do nothing without Him telling me what to do and without leading me and guiding me. So it's always been God first, but in my mind I was like, I'm doing it for my daughter and God got me. But now it's like, now I'm doing it for God and He got me while I got Kelly.
I like that. That's good right there. Good. I think that deserves the real siren. So tell me, if you could give some inspiration to anybody that may be struggling with something that they feel defeated in, what would you say?
Something they feel defeated in. First thing is just coming on my mind is figure out who you are first. Because 9 times out of 10 the reason you're getting defeated is you. You probably beating yourself because you don't know who you are. A lot of us don't realize who we are. We can even say spiritually, we can just say in general. We even, you know, just to be real about it, because everybody don't have a relationship with God. You still just don't know who you are. That's why we out here searching. That's why we keep doing the drugs. That's why we sexing like that. That's why we smoking and popping pills and just moving around like that, because nobody really sits down and realize what's wrong with them and what you doing wrong in the situation and who you are. So really, honestly, like, if you being defeated, it's probably you. It's probably you. So sit back and chill out and take the time and think about who you are. And figure out what you like, things you want to do in life. where you want to go. If you don't know the masters, you don't know you. That's how you be you and don't know where you want to go and what you want to do.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. So we are coming down to the end of our show with Mr. Carlos Henson. And Carlos, what would be your final words to somebody that feels like they can't make it? I know you talk a lot about mind over matter, so.
Yeah, I don't believe there's nothing nobody can do. So it ain't really nothing deep or none of that. It's just like, if you believe you can do it, even if you don't believe you can do it, you can do it. You have to find it within yourself to figure out that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So once you put your mind to it, I believe you can do it. And if you don't think you can do it, all you got to do is put your mind to it, and then you'll be able to do it.
Okay. So tell everybody how they can follow you. Where can they catch you at? You know, comedy and motivational speaking and things of that sort. How can they follow you?
That's where the hood come out of the South. Well, you can catch your boy. You know what I'm saying? Be there. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that town, doing my thing. That's a look. I had to do that for the hood back at home. But nah, Facebook is Carlos Henson, CarlosHenson. I got a YouTube channel. It's Carlos Henson, The Life Mechanic. My Instagram page, Instagram account is The Life Mechanic. And that's Life, L-I-F-E, Mechanic.
Yeah, make sure y'all go check him out. He is hilarious. I have watched him. I haven't been able to go to a live show yet, because usually when you do it, I'm out speaking to the kids in Edinburgh. But go check him out. He is hilarious. So, especially anytime you can crack on yourself. Yeah. So, this has been another episode of The Real 2 Cents. You didn't ask us for it, but we give it to you anyway. And I'm your host, Lady J.
It's so hard, it's so hard. It's so hard, it hurts so bad.